Hello friends, welcome to my channel Spark FAQs. This is the next video in the setting up in the video series of setting up Hadoop and Spark version 3 cluster, single node cluster. So last video we saw how to install a VirtualBox virtualization software. In this we are going to create a VM. On top of that we are going to install the operating system Ubuntu uh, 20.04. So let's download the Ubuntu operating system, which is having as a ISO image. Just Ubuntu desktop download. Okay, so click on this first link, and then so we are going to install the latest version, which is Ubuntu 20.04 dot 20.0. So if you want to download the prior version, you can just go to this Ubuntu. I mean, this is the I think 21 version. You can download if you want to try this. You can try this. The prior versions will be. You can just check it out these areas to go to different versions of it. Okay, so I'm going to go with this version Ubuntu 20.04.2.0. Just click on download. So it is around 2.7 GB of size. So the file name is basically Ubuntu hyphen 20.04.20 hyphen desktop hyphen amd64.iso. So it is going to take 4 minutes for me. So basically I'm using a Airtel broadband. So based on your internet bandwidth, it will take some time. So let me pause until this file is getting downloaded. Okay, welcome back. So the download is completed. So if you look at the click on show all and then show in folder. So in your download folders, the file will be downloaded, right? So I'll take out this file and put it on my decoller software folder where I maintain all my softwares. I'll just keep this ISO file here. I have also have Ubuntu 18.04 ISO image for operating system, just for information. So earlier I used to create a VM with Ubuntu 18.04. Now I'm trying out with the Ubuntu 20.04. Right. So let's get into the creating a virtual machine. Here you can click on a new. So just close this and reopen. So what we are going to do is we are opening the Oracle VM VirtualBox. So once you open, this is the wizard or the UI look like. Then click on new. Okay, so we are going to create a new virtual machine, right? So click on new, and you can just name it. So I'm going to name it as Spark. So I'm going to name it as Spark 3 and Hadoop 3 VM. Okay, so this is what I'm going to name it. Okay, so or what I'm going to do is so let it be like that. Okay, Spark 3 and Hadoop 3 VM. You can choose the path where you want to have your VM file, which will be the virtual machine file will be downloaded here. Okay, so you can choose your path, or you can just go with whatever the default version. So I'll go with the default location, which is in C colon. If you want, you can change it. And then the type of operating system, Linux. So and in that you can go with the Linux. What is the flavor? So which mine is Ubuntu 16.04. That's what I chose here. So type as Linux and version as Ubuntu 16.04. You can just click on next. So this is where you need to set up your uh, RAM size for your VM, so which is a memory size. So by default it is 1 GB. I will just make it as add one more zero, so then it become 10 GB. So actually my laptop configuration is 16 GB of RAM in my host machine, which is my laptop. So I just giving 10 GB. So if you have a less memory on your laptop, say example 8 GB in your laptop, so you can allocate around 4 to 5 GB to this VMs to have a better performance. Okay, so once you choose your preferred VM, the RAM size for your VM, it's based on your availability, right? So then click on next. So we are going to create this create a virtual hard disk now. Just continue this. Okay, so there is no change in that, and you just keep hard disk file type as VDI. Okay, that's fine. And then dynamically allocated or fixed allocated. I'll just go with dynamic allocated. And so this is the VDI file which is going to create under that particular location. So there will be a VirtualBox VMs folder. It will create a folder called Spark 3 and Hadoop 3 VM. Under that, you will have this VDI file. And the disk size, you can the file location and size of your VM. So I'll just keep that is a disk size. I'll just keep 100 GB. Okay, this is based on your hard disk size. So I have some 150 GB of free space in C colon. So I just keep 100 GB because I want to install a lot of Hadoop and Spark and other ecosystem components on my VM. So I'm just giving 100 GB. So based on your preference, you can give it. Then click on create. Okay, so then you will have something like this. So your VM is just we created the VM and we pointed to our so we just allocated RAM and the disk space. Now what you need to do is go to don't click on start because we have to point our ISO image. Okay, please don't start. Just click on the settings. Okay, click on the settings. Go to the storage and click on this controller. Okay, so click on this controller colon IDE and in the click on controller ID, you see the EMT image. So it was saying no disk image file selected. So you click on this and you see there is a drop down IDE secondary device 0. Here you see the disk image. Click the drop down and choose a disk file. Okay, so just choose disk file here and then it will show you it will try to browse your disk file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my image file. So it will be like software folder. So I'm going to choose Ubuntu 20.0 dot 2.0 hyphen desktop hyphen AMD64 dot ISO. This is the operating system image, right? So once you choose this and say OK. Okay, so you see here, so our the disk of the virtual machine file name is .vdi file, which is Spark 3 Hadoop 3 VM .vdi, and we are pointing to the Ubuntu operating system ISO image. Now it is going. We can start it. So it is going to create the VM and install the Ubuntu operating system 20.04. Just say start. I will just maximize in a few seconds. I'll just whatever comes initially. I'll just I don't want to touch this area, so I'll just go with whatever it is prompting. Okay. So I'm not expanding it. Just so there will be um, uh, a red screen will come for to install Ubuntu operating system. Then that time I will just maximize this. Just give a couple of seconds. Um, so it is actually booting up our ISO image. Ubuntu. We are using Ubuntu 20.04. That ISO operating system image. It is booting up. I think it's coming up now. Just will try to maximize the now. So you will have actually it will prompt to install the Ubuntu operating system. It's coming up. Just hold on for a few seconds. So you see this image here. So maybe it's based on the memory and allocate you, it will perform based on that. But still, it's the first time, so it will take some time. So no need to worry. Yeah. So now it's going to start the installation of Ubuntu. So it will prompt you try Ubuntu, which just uses the ISO image and boot up, but we don't want that. We want to install this Ubuntu on this virtual machine we created. Just so click on install Ubuntu. So and you can choose keyboard layout as English, which is US English. Continue. And here I'm going to go with the normal installation, or it actually suggests normal installation or minimal installation. I'll go with the normal installation. And you see there is other options, download updates while installing Ubuntu. It is checked. I will leave it as it is. And also there is a other option called install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware and additional media formats. It is unchecked. Let me check it so that you can use your Wi-Fi and other third-party softwares drivers will be installed. So click on check this click on this checkbox and then continue. So initially it will be installing this software will take some time. So it's a one-time activity. So once you're done, then from next time onwards, you can just launch a VM and you can log in and you can go and do your stuff. So basically, what we do is we are going to okay. So just hold on. So it is saying install type, erase the disk and install Ubuntu. So basically, this is not going to erase your Windows hard drive. So instead, whatever the drive which we are allocated, the 100 GB of space we allocated for this, that is going to erase. You can just say fine. You can just say install now and continue this. So as I mentioned, once we install this Ubuntu 20.04 operating system, so later we are going to install the Java followed by Hadoop and Spark. So it is going to asking the time zone. We are just say India Kolkata. It's by default selected. Just say continue, and we are going to give the username. Okay, so I'm just going to give the username as yes fax SFAQs. My channel name is Spark FAQs. So I'm just giving SFAQs. Spark frequently asked questions. So I'll just keep VM computer name as okay. So this is a full name. So basically, we'll just use Spark FAQs, and we'll keep computer name as SFAQs VM, and the username as just SFAQs. Okay. So you see here. Uh, Spark FAQs is my full username, and my virtual machine name is SFAQs VM, and I'm using username as SFAQs VM. Sorry, username as just SFAQs, SFAQs, and then I'm going to set the password. You can just whatever you want to keep. I'll just keep same password as my username. SFAQs. It says short fine. Yes, FAQs. And login automatically or required password while login. I'll just go with default one. Continue. So it is going to take a couple of minutes. So maybe it will take another 5 to 10 minutes to install. So until then, I'll just keep on pause. So until this only, you have to just provide the information like the time zone we choose, and we choose the installation type as normal or minimal, other stuff, and then we provided our user details, right? And user details, login username and virtual machine name, uh, sorry, the host name for this virtual machine. So we provided all the information. So it will, with the information which we given, it is starting the installation. So we will pause this video for until this installation completes. So it will take another 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll just keep on uh, I'll just pause this video. Okay, I'm resuming back. So the installation is completed. So you see there is a uh, window. There's a pop-up window saying installation complete, and you need to restart the computer in order to use the new installation. So we are going to install this. Restart the VM, not our local laptop, just VM. Just say restart now. The VM will be restarted. So please remove the installation media and press enter. I'll just press enter. So it is going to prompt me the login screen where I'm going to enter my password by my user. So again, it's the first time, so it will take initially to boot up things. It will take some time. So just hold on for a second. So as I mentioned earlier, once we install this VM with the Ubuntu operating system, the version which we are using is Ubuntu 20.04. So then we install Java, and so then we will continue with the Hadoop installation. So for Hadoop installation, we need a Java. Java is one of the primary mandatory software to be installed if you want to install uh, Hadoop as well as Spark. So that's how we are going to continue. So okay, so this is the login screen has come. My username is Spark. My user full name is Spark FAQs. Uh, so on password I just given yes FAQs. It's my username as well as password. Enter. I'll just click on this. So just wait for to get into the desktop screen of the Ubuntu operating system. We are using not the Ubuntu server version. We are using a desktop version. So the difference is you will have Ubuntu desktop version you'll have GUI, which is like how you see your Windows desktop. So Ubuntu server, you will have it will not have UI, so you have to work with the shell. So I just screen is launched. I just skip here, okay, and then just click on next. Don't set the system info. Next, privacy 5, and done. Okay. So this is uh, the desktop for Ubuntu. I'll just remove some of the favorites from here. Ubuntu, this is fine. Office is this also just remove. If I need, I'll take it later. And this is fine. I'll remove the Thunderbird also. I'll just keep this. And then you see there's a screen resolution is very smaller. So let's change that. So click on this dot grid and type here display. So once you click on display, you see here, click on this icon. You can choose the resolution. Okay. So I just want to maximize this resolution. So by default it is 800 into 600. I'll just go with what is the resolution. I'll go this one. Okay, so I'll try with this. Yeah, so this is the one which I want to keep the changes. So you see there's a full window I see here. So which is 1440 into uh, 900. This is the resolution I'm going to keep it. Okay. So remind me later. Now this software is ready. So I will just show you one more thing and I'll complete this video. It's going very big. So terminal. So this is the one of the software we just keep uh, uh, working. So I'll just type here terminal, or you can just tr, it will come. So this is a software we'll be using most of the times, and you can right click, add it to the favorites, and then just say, so you see here, click on this terminal. So this is the black screen. So most of our work will be here. So my username is SFAQs, and my host name and the VM host name is SFAQs VM. Okay. So these are the folders in home folder. This is my current location, home. I'm inside the home SFAQs folder. I hope this video is helpful to set up the virtual machine using a Oracle VirtualBox software and install Ubuntu 20.04 operating system. This is done. See you in the next video with Java installation and Hadoop installation. Thank you so much, friends.